Ooh. Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks everywhere. We're just like a virus. I'm Mike Morales here in my half of the San Gabriel Valley in Southern California. That guy out there is
Alex Perez in Southern California, and you can actually see us from the space station.
Yes. Yeah, you can see us. If you zoom out, you can actually see us. This is a special Sipping Off the Cuff because we're now out from under doctor's orders. So Alex and I decided we're going to get together and do something really special because I can't wait. We have been holding on to this since November of 2021. I just broke the seal on this one. This is Antonimo.
Raicilla.
This
is
a
Raicilla.
The Raicilla. Alex has been begging me to try to get more Raicillas on the cup, and we have gotten the bulk of them. You know what, Alex? I really like this packaging. It's very elegant.
Me too. Heavy duty bottle.
Yeah, it's got
I like the labeling, and you've got the graphics on there, which is nice.
Yeah, and I've got some bubbles.
You've got some bubbles.
If you're not familiar with Raicilla, you have not seen any of our other videos where we approach Raicilla. We have done a few of them now under our belt. In fact, all of our Raicillas that we have had on Sipping Up the Cup have been between Alex and myself. And we've had some, last year we had Balam Raicilla that had just some stuff that was
beautiful stuff. Beautiful
stuff that was just creamy and just delicious. You and I started with Estancia. Remember that? That was like
right.
And so we were just learning about it because it wasn't. They just got a denomination of origin like in 2019.
Well, it wasn't legal till just a few years ago.
Yeah. It was moonshine basically.
Right.
So I'm going to go right now and say for Raicillas, I'm going to nominate it for packaging because I love this. This is very elegant.
Nice. And this is 43% alcohol.
Okay. So it's just above entry level. It's just above gateway.
Yeah.
And that's okay too, because Raicilla is made from in the state of Jalisco in certain municipalities, and it's made from a certain different plants, and not made from blue agave, because that cannot be done. That is verboten. But they make it from other plants. And it is not a mezcal, although the plants that they use can be used as in mezcal. But that's a whole other animal, folks, a whole other denomination of origin. So I'm going to pour some in my Stasso jarrito that I use for mezcal. Alex, wow.
I like my Glencairn. Yeah, you can smell that right away, huh?
Wow.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Now, these are two different plants, Mike. We were talking about this off camera. It's actually on the label.
Yeah.
It's a mix of the Maximiliana and the Valenciana.
And it's a blend. So we're not, they're saying it's a proper blend. So we don't know what that is. It could be 80-20, 70-30. Technically, I guess we would consider this, if this were a mezcal, which it is, but I mean, not a mezcal from Oaxaca. We would call this a medley or an ensemble.
Right.
But what a fruity, floral.
Beautiful nose, yeah. Beautiful nose.
I got like flowers. It was weird. I didn't get it like right away. I got it as soon as I put the cork back in, it kind of like hit me. It's like, what is that?
Beautiful nose. A lot of citrus.
Oh my goodness.
And
wow.
Yeah, a lot of floral notes. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's floral. It's fruity and floral and
kind of like lemongrass.
And it's oven baked, okay, in Mamposteria. I'm sure you can find them on Instagram, which is where we found them. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the ovens are above ground, and they look very much like a bread oven, like a kibbeh oven, as you would see in the Southwest. So it's above ground, I think, and it's not as as huge as it would be in the tequila industry, where you get the mamposteria, where it's just huge.
Well, this is really small production. We were reading that they're using copper stills,
Right?
and their production is really small. So that's really
It's like
250 liters, and lots of 250 liters. That's nothing.
it's nothing. That's nothing. And we've got 750 milliliters of it right here.
That's a lot of labor. That's labor intensive. But I think that's the small lots probably allow them to have the high quality of spirit, because it's just the small lots that are continually tasted and blended and beautiful.
Just the nose alone, folks. I don't even, I could spend another 15 minutes just as it opens up, it just starts to reveal itself.
Just dissecting the nose, beautiful. So I get a lot of lemon notes. Now this is 43% alcohol, so probably to get the Blanco at this level. But yeah, a lot of citrus.
But I'm also getting like, I'm getting fruit though. I'm getting citrus, flowers, and fruit, like all three. And they're not clashing. It's like one dovetails into the other.
Beautiful. Now, I read the literature, it said lychee. So I don't know, I can't remember what lychee smells or tastes like, but
And lychee is like an Asian, isn't that an Asian like a fruit?
yeah.
Nuts. It's a nut. It's a nut. I can't remember how
It's a fruit, isn't it? Isn't it a fruit?
Lychee's a fruit or a nut? I thought lychee and nuts were.
I think you're a nut.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that. You knew that. You knew that when you hired me.
Oh, no, you're right. It is a nut.
Yeah,
I'm the nut.
Sometimes you feel like one, and sometimes.
Oh, because you eat the inside of the nut. Okay, I get you.
So it's like a, you know what? It's like a, what's the fruit that I'm thinking of? And I'm thinking about it because the nuts that we get from are actually surrounded by a fruit, and they grow them in Costa Rica, and they're eaten by parrots. The parrots eat the fruit, but we take the nuts and use that, and you have to roast them because they're poisonous otherwise.
Oh, wow.
What the heck is that? Not a pecan.
So you could die. You could die from eating that fruit.
It's like, it's like a cashew, something like that. Oh my gosh.
Pecan, walnut.
No, it's not like pecans or walnuts. This is a tropical fruit that we don't eat the fruit, but we take the nuts, the seeds, and we have to roast them, because if we don't, the cyanide.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't think I want to touch that.
I don't either. I have to do my research, folks. I'm sorry, but that was the vision that you gave me, because I have seen the wild parrots, wild macaws, military macaws, they flock, and they're up in the trees where this fruit grows, and they eat the fruit, but they don't eat the nuts. And then the nuts are harvested once they hit the ground or whatever, and then whoever harvests them has to roast those nuts in order to, and I'm thinking that I want to say they're like either pistachios or I said that macadamia nuts. It's like macadamia nuts. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on it.
Well,
anyway, I think we should dive in. Let's just dive in.
Let's do that.
Talking about the nose. Oh my God.
That is really good.
Wow, that's like a hot pepper.
Wow, you know what? For being at that high ABV, this is really smooth.
Well, there's an explosion of pepper as soon as it touches your
yes.
lip. It doesn't wait till mid palate. It goes
No,
in,
no, no.
but the pepper explosion is like right there in your lips and tongue.
But it's really good. It's not spicy. It's not hot. It's even though you get the heat, I get the heat on the back of my throat, but it is, what a pleasure. This is just, again, very smooth,
The
medium long finish.
the mamposteria is at the rear of the palate, and I'm getting it on the retronasal. That's where I get the baked notes from the brick oven, from the adobe oven.
Wow, that is really good. Again, citrus coming through. I got some other tropical fruits that I can't describe.
Well, you can always go mango.
Oh, that is really good.
And there's a denseness. It's like layered. It's a fruit sweetness at the top. Then the pepper happens, and then at the finish and the retronasal at the rear of the tongue is when I start to get the baked agave notes, the more dense. I'm not sure how do the notes tell us how they're fermenting?
No, I'm looking for them.
I'm getting
fermenting.
How much?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see any notes on fermentation.
Yeah, because it's got a fibrousness that's reminiscent of Balam. Balam was at a much higher ABV, and you could get that fibrousness, that plant, that woodsiness, that paper. I call it agave paper.
Agave paper?
Well, it's like
sure.
It's like a paper or a bamboo. It's not aged. It's maybe it's coming from the wood vat. I would say that these are probably fermented in wooden vats.
Oh, I get you.
See what I mean? I'm getting some woodsiness, whether it's coming from the plant or it's coming from the fermentation or it's coming from the vats of the fermentation. But that's only at the rear. It's not the primary. It's like a tertiary flavor.
Right. No, it doesn't say anything about that, but we're definitely getting fruit, a lot of fruit, a lot of citrus, lemon. They get a lot of lemon, floral, beautiful. Just
this is gorgeous. So
it's starting to open up too.
Yeah, it's like I'm still on my first pour, and every time I have a pass, I get something different.
The notes say lactic.
Okay.
Even buttery.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting at the.
That's what you're getting. Exactly.
I believe it. Yeah. Malolactic, buttery. Well, you said it goes down really easy, so that's got to be
that's the lactic.
That's the lactic. It's got
beautiful.
That velvety. It's got like a velvety finish.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious about the fermentation.
Not silky. It's velvety. It's a little thicker.
Right. Let's get a little bit more.
Joy, Alex.
Yeah, this is really good.
Wow, holy cow! Now, they gave us the name of the master distiller, and I'm not even sure what they're called. I don't want to call them mezcalero or palanquero, maybe. I'm not sure. Raicillero, that's it.
Raicillero?
Raicillero.
They sent us that brochure. I think he's the gentleman that's in the beginning there.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure that the name is there. I've got to pour another one, and the malolactic almost happens as an aftertaste, like it coats the palate, very similar to like smoke coats the palate when you have a mezcal. This is what I'm getting. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta have a second one. I just,
what a beauty.
Holy cow.
So I like that they give you the info on the label.
Yes.
For us nerds here.
Well, I mean, it's we're expecting that now. We're seeing it more and more on labels of mezcal and Bacanora. You get everything you need to know is on that label.
Sure. And as a consumer, you want to know. So
Yeah.
this one says lo opuesto a estar muerto. So I guess that's the whole play on the word of Antonimo.
Antonimo, say that again. What's the?
It says here lo opuesto a estar muerto.
Oh, it's the opposite of being dead,
Right.
being alive. That's why it's called Antonimo is actually Spanish for. We had to look this up, believe it or not, folks. We're both Spanish speakers. We had to look it up, and that means antonym.
Yeah.
So the antonym is obviously the opposite of being dead is being alive.
Right.
The three crosses apparently in the region where they're growing this and they're distilling it is called La Orilla. That's the region, that part of Jalisco where they can make, that's the municipality, the region. And apparently on a hill in that region, in La Orilla, there are three crosses. And that also represents the three founders or the three investors. I'm thinking three founders probably. This is being the company is called Industrializora. Oh my God, de Agaves de Tequila, SPRDRL. It's I guess their offices are in Tequila, Jalisco, but this is a Raicilla. So I mean, the closest city to where these municipalities are is Tequila.
It's tequila, right?
Because you can only make this. I believe Raicilla can only be made in certain municipalities of Jalisco. So it's only coming out of one state, but certain municipalities, and they do not use blue agave. Oh my goodness.
Well, I nominate. I need
to
already nominate.
I'm going to get you a paddle. I swear. I just dropped my paddle. I'm so excited. Okay, here it is. Brand of Promise nominee in the Raicilla category.
Beautiful.
Also, their packaging, I think, is really very elegant.
I think so too.
Okay, Alex, you're the cocktail guy.
What a beautiful spirit.
Do we put this in a cocktail? What do we do with this? Is it a martini verse?
Anything I when it comes to spirits like this, anything that typically would use a gin for. Okay, and because of the citrus notes in this spirit, gosh, what a beautiful spirit to use in a Negroni and a martini and you name it. I mean, play with it. That's what I do. One of my favorite go-tos is a Negroni. So I'll make a Negroni out of anything. Rum, gin. But what a beautiful spirit!
Poof, you're a Negroni.
Yeah, beautiful spirit. Play with it. I think it lends itself to anything, and just sipping it is just amazing.
Well, it's got enough character at that 43 ABV.
43, yeah.
That you can sip it, you can mix it. But I would like you said, I would use it. Not that I'm a big cocktail guy, but I would have you get creative with it and do something out of the classic cocktails. I just put this in a martini glass and it's got the more passes I get, the more savoriness it becomes. The velvetiness stays there. This wouldn't be bad as a martini and stick an olive in it, man. Because add a little bit of olive juice and just
make a dirty martini.
Yeah.
No vermouth needed.
No. Well, because it's got enough sweet notes at the top. The sweetness at the top. I mean, I don't know if you're using use a sweet vermouth, don't you? I mean,
martini, you'll use a dry martini. I mean, excuse me, a dry vermouth.
Dry vermouth. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And many don't even use it. They might even just spray the glass with a little vermouth, but it really stands on its own.
Shaken or stirred?
Always stirred.
Well, I want to.
Excuse me. You don't want to bruise the gin or the spirit with all that shaking.
Do
You want to gently stir it.
do you get hassled by that when you make a martini for somebody?
You know, it's funny, unless you've got somebody that knows what the heck they're ordering, you know, and they know how they like it made, then yes. But typically, I mean, I stir my martinis, I don't shake them unless they want them shaken. And you know, if they're ordering a gin martini, then I know they know their stuff. If it's vodka martini, just like a vodka gin and tonic, then So, you know, I'm not a big vodka fan like many bartenders and people that, you know, enjoy spirits.
Yeah, I full transparency, I use vodka, but I use it to rinse my mouth out. That's
That's a mouthwash.
that's a mouthwash. I do that, and it's a trick. In fact, we mention it in the Tequila Catador,
Yeah,
the Consumer Catador course. It's a secret go-to.
yeah, neutralize your palate.
Yeah, it neutralizes. You need a neutral grain spirit, vodka.
Yeah.
And when I buy the big, I got it right here. Let me show it to you. I go into a liquor store. I go to Walmart, right? And I go, "What's your cheapest vodka?" And I go, "It's a 175 of vodka." And people look at me like I'm a drunk, right?
You're drunk.
What are you gonna do with it? I rinse my mouth out with it because I wouldn't drink this shit. So you know, but
Yeah,
it's a go-to, especially if you do a lot of tequila catas, a lot of tequila tastings,
sure.
demos.
You got to balance your palate.
You gotta,
Or
yeah,
reset it.
yeah. It's and we're excited because we're gonna be at a judges at a show here shortly. This is all we got from Antonimo. I got really cool stickers. Did you get any stickers?
I got cool stickers too.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, but that's okay. They sent us some really great information. I'm so happy about that. In fact, let me get the name of the gentleman that sent those to us. Christian Quiroz sent Antonimo to us. I want to thank him for getting those to us. I love this stuff. This is
Yeah, and the spirit speaks for itself. I mean, it's just a fantastic product. Beautiful,
do we have
beautiful
a price?
spirit.
Do we have pricing on it?
Oh, you know what? I was going to look into that. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. You know,
I couldn't find it earlier. Let me take a quick peek.
I know we've gone a little bit over, folks, but you know, these spirits, these are the new up and coming spirits. When people were seeing the big migration from tequila into other agave spirits. This year alone, we have tasted we just had a agave spirit made in Germany. Okay, it's made. They actually are using the agave they're using is not Americana. It is not Siciliana either. It's another form of mezcal, another form of plant, and they're exporting it to Germany, and it's delicious. We're getting stuff from Australia. We're getting stuff from. I'm hoping to get stuff from South Africa real soon.
Nice.
So,
Mike, I can't find it. I don't know if is it available in the US?
I don't know. That's just it. You know,
I've got Mexican pricing, 710 pesos.
well, what does that translate to? Like
So you figure 710. What's the peso right now?
I don't know. I can find a conversion. Let's just go to a conversion, folks. Let me find my my handy dandy converter, also known as Google. Let me get my. There we go. Let's see. Let's go into.
I mean, if you're talking 10 pesos to the dollar, was it 70 bucks?
And you know what? That was not a. That's not a bad price.
Yeah, if that's what we're thinking, I mean, that's kind of what the range is usually with these type of products.
Yeah, USD. Yeah, okay. From that's not what I want. No, give me something easier.
Yeah, it's probably in that price range, but it doesn't look like it's available in the US yet.
No. Dollars to pesos. Here we go. It's $1 equals 20.36 Mexican pesos today. Today is March 20th, folks. So that's what you're looking at. $1. So how much did they have it for pesos?
Let's say, was it 710, I think?
710. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any of the math here. Hang on a second.
So that'd be, you said 1.5 pesos, you said?
It is 20.36 Mexican pesos per $2 to the dollar. Okay, so let me see if I can find it.
So probably about 35 bucks.
That's
What it sounds like.
cheap.
That is nothing.
That's nothing.
I've got my calculation right.
Exchange rate. So yeah, 1 US is 20.36. So yeah, bear with us, folks. I just want to try and get. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. That's what we're looking at. And if you worry about the fluctuation of the price of the dollar versus the peso, but today that's what it is. 20.3625 Mexican pesos is $1. So wow. Okay, well, you know what? How about give me that price again? That 700 and what?
I think it was 710.
700 and okay. Let's just do that. Let's just 710 pesos to dollars. There we go. Okay, $34.87.
Told you, 35 bucks.
35 bucks. You were right.
That is a steal, man.
$5 for this for small batch Raicilla.
This is a steal. Let me buy a case.
Yeah, back up the truck. Where's Old Town Tequila? Where's liquors? Get this.
I don't think it's available here yet, Mike.
So what you're telling me is Tequila Aficionado Media has scooped the world.
Well, it's got a barcode.
Well, yeah.
I don't see the Mexican stickers on it though.
Yeah, I don't either. So I'm not sure where. Maybe the small liquor stores it's available. But
wow, this is interesting, man.
well, you know what? Since we're up and we're doing this, okay, let's see if their Instagram tells us where we can find it.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe they have a favorite liquor store in Southern Cal or someplace in New York. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go to Instagram because that's where we found them. And let me.
No, you got a order from them, 710 pesos from 887 pesos. You got to order directly from them.
Okay, but who's? Okay. So maybe they have an online. Barrio.
Yeah, they got an online shop.
Barrio Mexico is their online retailer in.
Yeah, it's not available in the U.S. yet.
So we oh yeah, 710 Mexican pesos.
This is a steal.
Wow. Folks, you can't even get this on Amazon Mexico. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's like my worst Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so if you're watching us in Mexico, anywhere like Raicilla de la Orilla, Jalisco, Maximiliana and Valenciana, lo opuesto es estar muerto. So the opposite is to be dead. You don't want to be dead, you want to be alive, folks.
Yes, you do.
Wow.
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 I am, and you know what? If you've had it, if you're watching us in Mexico, you can leave us a comment in Spanish because it's myself and Lisa. Every once in a while, Alex will lurk on all the other platforms. But if you've had it in Jalisco and you're drinking it, what are you doing with it? How much are you paying for it? And where do you put your sticker?
Because stuff, man. This is a gem. This is a hidden gem.
Yeah, that's when Alex gives you when Alex gives you a gem, that's what this is. And you said that before on some of the other Raicillas we've had, and the other, the other tequilas as well. That's awesome. Brand of Promise nominee in the Raicilla category. It's called Antonimo. If you guys are visiting Jalisco anytime soon, bring home Antonimo. If you're
Awesome.
if you're adventuresome, do it. Do it. Do it. Just do it.
Just do it. Don't just do it.
It's genuinely a small batch gem. But that's our take. I'm Mike Morales here in my half of the San Gabriel Valley. That guy out there is
Alex Perez in Southern California. You've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on tequilaaficionado.com, part of Tequila Aficionado Media. Let us know your comments. What are we, down there somewhere?
down there somewhere. Yeah.
But enjoy what we've been recommending. You will not be disappointed. Thank you for watching. And as always, sip wisely.